Oh, god damn it, Nanny, wait until I start the stream. Damn it. Like, actually, I'm live. Holy moly, ladies and gentlemen. I was late. Oh, I think there's a bug in my coffee. Alright. Alrighty. This, and this. Quickly, run over here to get any salvageable thumbnail. Oh my god, boys, I was... Oof, golly gee willikers. This. And zooms. Come on. Uh-oh. Oh, no, thought I was gonna crash there for a second. Da-da-ba. And ba. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, tell me if the video is desynced. Also, am I loud? If I scream, yes. But no. Ladies and gentlemen, I apologize. I may look frazzled. I may have indentations, like sweaty. Whew. Also, big thank you so much, Nanny, for the membership renewal, buddy. 16 months? It's been a year? Oh, it's been a year. More than a year. Oh, thank you so much, Nanny. I appreciate the support, buddy, as always. Too kind for me. But ladies and gentlemen, my B, I did a lot today. And yeah, the short of it is, I was just doing Live, Die, Repeat or Perfect Play, Gunman Contracts Chapter 2. Oh my god, man. Fun fact, we should have, like, done both of the video things in that game immediately. Because it is, you lose the, like, finesse. You lose, like, the bullet time, bang, bang, headshot, done, move in. It's like the gun is an extension of me or what weird bullshittery. Yeah, because I got back in there and I'm like, I'm playing sloppy. I'm not quite as clean as I used to be. Also, is it dark? I might have turned it down because of brightness things. Yeah, I'm not sure if it, yeah, I did worry a little bit. Anyways, ladies and gentlemen, yes, I woke up this morning, had a nice morning, but then I jumped in and I was like, okay, I want to like prime ourselves up for next stream, for tomorrow, essentially. So I woke up early. Luckily, Dark Tide, another game we're playing, wasn't happening until 11 a.m. or p.m., whatever. Later around lunchtime. It was going to come out. So I was like, okay, it's going to have to install. So I was like, okay, I'll probably play this a little bit later, maybe like 2 or 1. Anyways. So I said, okay, I got some time. Let me try to prime God of War for Friday's stream. So I was like, okay, how do we max out the glaive? And also, how do I like boost up my character's damage and like build? So then I went whole hog into God of War builds. In terms of like looking through all my stats. I didn't look at anyone else's stuff. I'm sure mine's mediocre at best. But oh my god, if you build your character out, you become ungodly. I'm making like a stun, like Centurion kind of build, where I got fucking tons of health, tons of sustain, and just by god, it's like night and day compared to where we were. And I was like, okay, let me max at the glaive. So I looked at that, I got all the glaive sparks. I only have 1 upgrade away from maxing out my glaive, and I think we get it through the story, so I can't play anymore. But the glaive also looks so sick. It's like just like a giant, thick, fucking meaty blade. It's wild. It's also gold and shit. I can't wait to show you guys. Anyways, but I was like, okay, let's max out the glaive. So I look into it, and it's like, oh yeah, you just need to fight these berserkers over here and on the map. And I was like, okay. And I noticed when I started the match that these berserkers, there were 2 of them. And I was like, huh, I could have sworn I remember someone popping into our stream while we were playing the campaign and being like, dude, those fucking twin berserkers kick my ass. They're like the hardest thing in the game. And I was just like, what are the odds that that's them? I played like, I want to say for 30 minutes, ass whooped, absolutely eviscerated. And I was like, am I missing something? So then I went to YouTube, went to type in, see if anyone's made a guide of it. No, just the person like completing it and being like, here's how you beat them. And it's like, Motherfucker, you just rolled the dice a lot. The spear, yeah. I think it's what it's called. No, it's called something Gale. That's what it's called. I call it glaive. I call it, yeah, but it's the spear. Yeah. Spear build. Well, I need to find some stupid artifact in order for us to pristine our build, but I digress. Long story short, I beat them, finally. So I beat the hardest content in the game, accidentally. I got her down. I got both these bosses down to 1 health bar and like this tiniest sliver, and then I died, and that of course killed me. But in my head, I thought there's one mechanic in the game I'm not using, and it's called a Berserker Stone. And you have like an abundance of hack silver. So I just used a Berserker Stone, which gives you all of your rage back, which means I get an entire health bar back or an entire like bunch of Blitzkrieg nukes with Wrath. So I just nuked down them at the last minute. Long story short, I outbrained them. I big brained the bosses that were impossible to kill by a overwhelming amount of health and rage. I literally mean rage, or wrath, I should say. Spartan stuff. Anyways, cannot wait to show you guys my build. I still need to do one tweak thing with it, where there's an artifact set that I can't find one more of, which basically pivots all of Kratos' defense into stamina stun, which sounds way cool to me, especially with how much I love the glaive and how fucking superseded I launched the glaive. The glaive is like the most upgraded weapon I have, and also I have so many abilities that maximize damage through the glaive. Like when enemies sonicked, they just get wrecked. And also when I activate my like charge, when I build up enough stacks with my glaive, it's called Maelstrom. I go into bullet time. I just like go, ah, and then I can start stabbing the shit out of people. It's what they give you for beating the fucking hardest boss in the game, which makes sense because after that you deserve to have everything else be easy. But yeah, it's super easy to stack Maelstrom, and also you just can just constantly freeze people in their place, which is just magnifique. Anywho, how is your day going, by the way, guys? So long story short, I basically was, this is my day. Woke up, watched a little bit of YouTube. Then I grinded the shit out of God of War, got my ass whooped, but came on top. And then Dark Tide came out, which is a fantastic game. I'll invite you in a minute. A fantastic first-person game. I played like the intro and the tutorial, so that's fun. We'll probably be playing that on Sunday, hopefully, if we can wrap up God of War. Sunday, and then I went to try to do Live, Die, Repeat, and I realized, oh my god, I'm washed up. It's gonna take some time for me to get my mojo back. Although we did okay. I think I have to leave my well, before we do that, let's go grab our stuff. But yes, ladies and gentlemen, enough of that. It was an eventful day. Not usually is it the case. It's very boring normally. But it's like kind of one of those days where I did a lot, but yet, also yesterday I made 2 videos. So yeah, there was going to be content on the Share GRINN channel. And by the way, Lone Syndicate, I do want to get back to editing the Goofy Fun Deathverse videos, but it's just like, yeah. Like, this whole week has been like an experiment, essentially, to see if I can actually do the streamer endurance game, which is to stream for like 5 to 6 hours a day, back to back, without any break, well, one, and like fucking fully send it, you know what I mean? And that's why we're making good ground. I am. Today is a shorter stream, but that's mainly just because I had to catch back up on all the stuff that we were doing. In terms of like editing, in terms of like videos and making sure we have content at some point, because I don't want people to think I've just like completely been like, fuck it. If anything, I'm going more hard in the paint than normal. But yes, I'm also enjoying the kind of weird, like, it's a different frequency in general, the whole like streaming so much kind of thing, opposed to just creating videos. I love them both, but it's cool to know that I could do both if one had an opportunity and all that. Also, what is good? And Antonio, what is good? Both of you, what is good? Max, Red, Nanny, Lone, everybody else. I can see everybody. If I remember correctly, Nanny has been a member since you started streaming on YouTube. Oh my god. You might be right. Jeez, I just remember Genshin. I just remember that was a high time when Nanny started before one of the first ones. Haba! In here first. Lone says on those guys. Yeah, Spears, I meant. Lone says there are more of them in the enemies I'm thinking of. Yeah, no, they're definitely more berserkers, but this was so basically what I did is I was having trouble with the boss. I went to a video of a dude completing it, and then I went to the comments of that video to see if like anyone had any tips, and no, everyone uniformly said like, I beat, spoilers, these are the bosses, unfortunate, It's surprising it's Thor. Anyways, yeah, here are the bosses you fight. All of them are nothing in comparison to these two and also the Berserkers as a whole. But they were uniformly in the comments. It was like, this is the worst boss. It's not even close. And in hindsight, yeah, it's way harder than the fucking Valkyrie fight. Like, way harder. Valkyrie fight, you can just, like, get in the rhythm of, like, a dance. Like, bop, bop, boom, boop, boop, ba. It's like a weird, like, pivot. But these one, it's just like, oh, fuck. Okay, now they're on me. Now they're on me. It's so much. It's so much to do. It's so much to handle. Lone says... my day was good. I listened to some music, plus did some... Oh, golly, clean-ass day. Sounds awesome, Lone. Bodhi says, I was at my brother's place all day until you get swole as fuck. I know you said you were excited to get back into the exercise, Bodhi. Matt, also, where are you, Bodhi? I don't... There, Bodhi's right there. Invite... Lone, I don't know if you... I assume you're on... So I imagine you want to jump in and grind with me. We got some raid... No, not raids. Well, maybe raids. We'll see. We got... to do things. What am I doing? What am I doing? What we're at we also have an event that I don't really know what the point is. This. I think we just do things. Yeah, and we get this. Magical bubbles can be redeemed for rewards. What do we do to get this? Is it like mission? What is it? I have no idea. I gave up real fast. I think it's just anything. You just do. Maybe it could be that or just bounties. It could be these. Anyways, let's go to do challenges. We're good. No one else wants to jump in like red or anything like that. We're good. Also, Linny's coming in 5 days. Oh, I'm not ready. My body is not ready. Also, let me get some more beacons. When in doubt, I have 50. Bolty has ruined me for the whole like ease of use of just getting beacons and just spamming them. I probably can level out all of my weapons at this point. I'm like, fuck it. It is easy though. Challenges. Can we do ×3? I do not have the ability to do ×3, so I will give leadership to Bolty, and Bolty will fully send it. Transfer. Max says, I've been on Tower Fast and Grind for the past week or so. I've been prepping for Lynn. Working on my Frost team. Ooh. Man, everyone's popping up, man. This is, what do you call it? Fluff has been lovely. Just been like texting me, Discord messaging me, like all these kind of Discord, what do you call it? Dark Tide tips and shit, which is great. But, yeah, I'm also sitting there like, no, that's what it was. He Discord messaged me a Saints Row mass update where they fixed all the shit, hopefully. And I was just like, oh, we got Dark Tide, we got God of War. I got like every VR game ever, and a lot of creative weird juice going on there. And we got Tower Fantasy, and I'm just like, it's funny because none of them besides God of War are like these big fucking tentpole things, but simultaneously, yeah. And Habap. We played a lot of Mario Party and Mario Kart with some friends. Dude, that's like one of the chillest times ever, man. Mario Kart, Smash. For me, it's always Smash Bros. Smash Bros is always my zen. Because Mario Kart just gives me anxiety. Because it's a race, right? And I'm like, I'm behind. Whereas in Smash Bros, you can come back from the brink. You can just be on that weird luck shit. And just, I guess Mario Kart could be the same way. But Mario Kart has this feeling of like, it's getting away from me. Panic. So, yeah. They fixed Saints Row, yeah. Apparently, it's a lot of its stuff's tweaked and etc. I want to get back into that game. That will be one of those games where normally when there's nothing happening in gaming, I go back to Warframe for a month, and I'm like, cool, we'll wait. But I think I'll go back and grind Saints Row when we have nothing to do, which is for the foreseeable future, nothing. Also, by the way, watched a bunch of Hogwarts Legacy videos by a dude with a great voice. Just talking to me about Hufflepuff houses and Gryffindor shittery. And it was great. I'm super excited now. Especially when someone cuts in B-roll and it just looks good. And you're like, okay, I'm kind of hyped about this more. And I knew why I was. I'm the whole Harry Potter trash. Not quite as bad as some like people in my generation, but actually, honestly, it's a generation ahead of me that is the one that gets real weird. All this Malfoy, this or that. It's odd. Also, am I missing it? It's just not spawning in for me. Also, my computer has been on the absolute strokey nightmare thing. Say it's not loading anything. Chill out. This. It is. Ba, 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 ba. Red says, my day has been rather mentally exhausting, honestly. Why am I on his back? Since when do we, oh right, we could do this, I forgot. Why is it so mentally stressful, Red? Hit me with it. What's been going on? Your mod's not working, code conflicting? Or just too much to achieve? Oh, you were at the restaurant. I got you. I don't know why. I have this feeling that I have like spiders, like tiny baby spiders dropping from my ceiling and landing in my hair. Y'all maybe think, Grin, you might just be on your whole freak shit again. And no, actually, I caught one, a tiny, see-through tiny bastard spider, which was like clearly just popped a nest or something, and it just fell right ahead, below my head, in front of my face. Sorry. And I was like, oh no. So now, and this happened weeks ago, but in my head, I'm like, I feel like it could be something. So I just do this randomly. I'm just like, I'll feel an itch and I'll think, die, trash, and I'll just start smashing my head like an absolute weirdo. But you know, it is what it is. Oh, that was so cute. Ruby said, "Don't do that." Oh. Do. Alone Sick says Mario Kart annoys me. Every time I'm in first, they hit me with a blue shit. Yeah, man, that's why everyone knows the pain of Mario Kart when not. But I don't know, man. A lot of people have that like. I feel like it could be fun. I feel like if you had a bunch of friends, I feel like that like a number one recipe, a formula for having like an actual good friendship and etc. is just to make a point to do something every little bit, you know. Otherwise, just the inconvenience of life will just completely hold you back. But like that to me seems like the general gist of like a person saying, okay, every Friday or every other Friday, we're gonna come and just hang out, get snacks and play anything. Because otherwise everything is just gonna fall apart. Okay? Oh god, don't like too much. But I envy people who have that relationship also. Granted, I'm one of those people that gets so focused on one thing and then loses myself in that big time. Ooh. Max says Mario Kart Wii is such a throwback. My god. Ooh. Spark says, you got spiders crawling through your hair. Maybe. It feels that way sometimes. Also, this is a bad mustache day. I haven't trimmed the hangers over my lips, and every time I speak and move my lips, I feel like I want to rip my whole lip off because just little tiny pokes happening. Again, it was a busy day, and I was like, before the stream, I'll trim my mustache, and no dice. So now I'm like, Those of you who have mustache stuff, no. You understand. And only you. Yeah. Please don't move. Will this be the time we kill Valkyrie? I'll be honest, even when I go into like matchmaking games, everyone's struggling with Valkyrie. And it's such a hard cap too, because like I've seen a person do like bazillions of damage. Still nothing. Oh yeah, also I see you, Max, on that goddamn Tower Fantasy ground with 16 mil. Ah! Ah! Also, Bolty fall behind me with 1 million. Granted, I'll be honest, I don't even feel like I can get like a hit in those times. Yeah. It's like most of my time is just trying to get to the enemy, and it's the damage that isn't there. Oh goddamn! I don't have any stamina. See, this part also sucks. Is this like a thing where like, oh no, you didn't kill her fast enough, so now you have to suffer? Maybe, I don't know. It sucks when you're sitting there like, oh please. Tedious AF. I'm done nothing all day, but upload files. That's something. Don't fucking count yourself short. Uploaded my mod files, 30 gigabyte files. I'm still uploading them. Woo! Surprised you can watch the stream. I guess upload the same as download, but still, golly, that's a lot. Man, that's sometimes what days be though. Not really fulfilling work, but work nevertheless. Like I remember like the day that I went around and downloaded all Bolty's and Lone's gameplay. The like YouTube downloader that I have is not easy, and of course they don't just let you buy it for like $20 anymore. They're like, you gotta pay $1 a month or something. And I'm like, kill yourself. I hate it. Anyway, but anyway, so yeah, now I'm like, so it's a whole day for me to like baby it and make sure that like each video is getting uploaded and it's not like corrupted halfway through some bullshit. But yeah, I don't know how you do it, just let you download fucking videos. It's stupid. So you gotta go from some sort of third-party person, and yeah. God damn you! Ugh. I feel like we could have actually done it. We might still be able to if we have a minute to work down the health bar. Mayhaps. Oh, but what do you call it? In Warhammer Dark Tide, I should say. In Dark Tide, I picked GRINN, which is a giant orc, ogre, Hulk-looking guy. And oh my god, my only criticism for Dark Tide is it's rough in the beginning. Because all your weapons are such dog shit that you're just like, it makes the, like, it's like the issue with like games where you have progression of weapons and like legendaries, where like whites are always going to be like white gear and whatnot is always going to be like the worst. But it feels super shitty like when that is the case, when you have like white gear all the time. So right now for my GRINN, I have this like blunderbuss essentially, but the reload is like 90% of my game I'm reloading. It feels like the gameplay is shitty, but it's no, my god, holy shit, you guys are huge. Pop it off! Is this the first time we kill Valkyrie? 30 seconds, boys. Heart of the card, something. Oh, here we go. Nice! A first time, baby. Absolutely getting carried by Goblin, aka Max, and Bolty, aka Blueberry. But yes. Also, GRINN name, Big B. Oh god, this is next? Oh. Yeah, the next, the one person is called Big B GRINN. Because yes, big boy GRINN. It was creative. Okay. Oh fuck, also Flo was messaging me and telling me his name. I should not forget to reply. Also, I hope I used up all 3 of my chances. I hope it's like whoever is the person setting it, you got all of it. You also get, yeah. I've basically been, let's go back. I've basically been repeating the same task over and over again all day. It's wearing me out. Uploading a file, writing a title and description, make sure it's all correct, then do it again. Yeah. No, I feel that, honestly. Not so much the video upload, but like, again, downloading files. I'm like, copy this, download it. Okay, got corrupted, copy it again. That one's good. Okay, check that, good. All right, maybe watch a 10-minute video. Okay, go back. Is it back? Okay, it's good. Next one. It's just like, it's totally worth it, by the way. It's like just to get the footage and eventually to be able to create that cool thing. Bolty, what do we need? What's on the list next? I'll trust whatever this is. Is this the things? Oh, what is good fluff? How are you enjoying it, my boy? Dark Tide, or is this just but a moment? Because man, I made GRINN and that weapon is slow as shit. It feels horrible. I think I might go Psyfreak or whatever it's called and GRINN. Although the gunner does look clean as well. Currently uploading number 137 files. She keeps flying. We know she's gonna lose. It's only took like 3 months for us to do this. Oh yeah, that's a good prefix. Like, oh, I'm here 3 months, and we're halfway through that encounter. I think there's 2 more bosses. One day, I don't know if I want to really, I enjoy playing this game as like a fluff game, which I know says the person who is the lowest damage, obviously, but still, I'm happy chilling. You know what I mean? I'm not taking this game too seriously. Hopefully one day we'll get Lynn, because right now I'm just kind of hoarding stuff to where I can get some good matrices. And when I get matrices, I think I'll go whole hog and like grinding out the ruins. But again, there's just so many games. So many games to play. Which is maybe an excuse, a good problem to have at the very least. Ooh. Enjoying your roost fluff? What? What? Max has been working on my matrice. Glad to know it's pan. Yeah, man. See, I feel that's good to know, Max, because I feel like the one thing that I don't have in a good alignment is my matrices just suck ass. I got some actually pretty good armor pieces with like 400. I think it's 400 like fire attack, which is not bad. It's not good, but or not all of them are like that. It's like 2 armor pieces out of the 7. But still, it's honest work. You know what I mean? It's a dent. Okay, I'm proud of that dent. But the only thing I don't have is matrices, and that seems to be like a huge chunk. Also, just even leveling up my matrices, I'm not doing a lot of, because I'm trying to wait until I get a good set, you know. But of course, that could be enabling you from getting good sets, from participating in higher, you know, joint operations and stuff like that. Oh. Fluff said, Dark Tide is fun, but yes, the starter melee with Ulgrin is very slow. Yeah, well, that to me is the thing, Fluff. I'm sure that, like, it's going to be all the more sweeter when you finally do get, like, a cracked out of your mind weapon. But it almost makes, it's like, I could see a lot of people, like, putting down the game, or a character because the starter weapons are that shitty. So I kind of get it, like it's a loot game where like there's legendary gear and whatnot, so I get it, like it's probably going to be that much more like, oh my god, my weapons are crazy, and that's so fun. We used to be a little guppy and now I'm like a kingpin or whatever, but it's a little rough right now, especially with Ulgrin, although Cypher just looks fun, looks wild. Yeah, I got you, I'll give you the frost. That's some stuff to go over here, I think. Ba, 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 ba. Max is just running typical meta of Bolty, Saki, and Tsubasa. Oh, I thought for me, for what's her name? I know that's Tsubasa has great stuff, but I was gonna run Samir and what's her name? And then Crows. I was hoping that was gonna work for my one person. Oh, do you guys get all the things over here? Maybe that's what happened. That seems like what's happening. Off we go. I got my first four yeah, man. See, fuck Fluff. See that's the thing that got me. I never seen psychic gameplay. I always just seen people's heads getting popped, and I thought that was it. But then I seen like in the preview menu, and maybe this wasn't in the base game, but I seen in the preview menu this motherfucker has a staff and he's like doing magic. Also, the Warhammer universe. I don't know a lot about it, but I watched Aethel react to like a fucking insane, it's a YouTuber or a streamer, react to like a crazy Warhammer vlog, or not vlog, animation that took like many years. It was awesome, but it was cool to find out that like in the mythos of what do you call it, in the mythos, Lone, did you want frost? I thought you pinged me for frost. Well, I'm gonna give you frost anyway. I'm keeping flame. Bolty, what do you want? You guys always just go and ping me whatever you want, fire-wise, element-wise, because I can't memorize everyone's element, because I'm not built that way. I'll give you physical, poet, I'll give the lone, I'll give, I guess, Bolty the shit ton of crit and whatnot. What was I saying? Oh yeah, I don't know, psychic being crazy, like awesome. I know they're all really cool. Oh, that was a thing in the Warhammer universe, which I didn't really know. But it's like there is no good guy in Warhammer. It's just everyone's kind of a shitty in a different way, aka like multiple shades of gray. And I was like, okay. And of course, in Dark Tide, that's very obvious. They're like, the person that we are working for is a shitbag, and we are just kind of like meaningless. How do you say it? Meaninglessly? Probably not, right? We're like loyal for no reason, essentially. Well, maybe we're like hypnotized, I don't know. But yes, Warhammer things. I got my first stab. I got leveled up a couple more times to use it, but it's worth. Oh, I see. So yeah, it's so that. Oh man, I don't even know if I like that though, Fluff. You can get a weapon that you're like, eventually, yes, one day we'll be able to be okay. Oh yeah, I got my crit up a bit too. Yeah, crit's huge apparently for all your scaling damage, all that. Well, I should not have used my square cube just yet. So is he stunned? What's happening with him? This and death. Jump up in the air at me. Fluff says, essentially, if you want to be melee shredder, go zealot, preacher, veteran, sharpshooter for range, gunplay, Olgrin for melee. Oh, really? Olgrin is melee. Okay, that's cool. I thought Olgrin seemed like he was like, maybe that's just what he is. He's like melee, but you can also use a weapon to just devastate because his chain Gatling shotgun seems great. But it seems like a consistent theme with the Olgrin is that his reload is going to be like his limiting factor. So like, he looks really strong when he's like blitzkrieging an enemy where he like turns his shotgun into a chain gun and just like annihilates. Yeah, that's gonna look pretty strong, but the issue is when the downtime it takes to reload, that's pain. That's where like his balance comes in. Primarily single target focused until you get a force staff ranged weapon that has AoE effect. The force staff is heavily damaged against a single target. Oh, yeah, that sounds awesome, man. Because that was one thing that made bosses seem extremely kind of tough. Like we were playing on like the lowest difficulty imaginable, and the boss fight was pretty shitty. It was pretty like slow going. I had to like do game shit where I jumped on a ledge and I kept hitting him and like forcing him. Man, blocking is huge. Like pivoting between your weapon, your ranged, and your melee was really where I started to see some good things happen with Olgrim in Dark Tide. Also, we will be showing off with this game me and Fluff are talking about in Sunday. Yes, and then probably Tuesday, I think. But we will also be doing a VR stream soon. Also. Mostly because I need to. Because, like, I need to get good again at the whole live, die, repeat gameplay headshot thing in order for me to make a good, satisfying game video. Because I got deconditioned, to say the least. Max says, nah, that's just the chairs I'm running. My matrices are I see. Fluff says, they changed one of the exclusives for the Preacher. They had the Thunder Hammer in the closed beta, but now have a two-handed chainsaw. Ooh, okay. In the grim dark future, the closest to morality good faction is 2, and they adapt them to becoming join us or else mentality. Oh, I see. So it's good, but like also not very. Yeah, it seems like it's okay. Out of all the shitty options, it's less shitty. Still shitty though. Frankly, I am desperate for a game where I can find 2. Fire Warrior was pretty terrible, and the RTS games only have a decent first dawn. Okay. Fluff says everyone gets a melee, range, and a blitz grenade slot. Well, hopefully Ogren, like maybe at the end of his level up tree, can eventually like chuck his grenade box and actually have them detonate. Otherwise, it's literally just like you're throwing a fucking lunchbox at someone's skull and like bashing it apart. But yes. What next, Bolty? What is on the chopping block? You have the keys to the castle. We could. I don't know. I don't think we can grind the event. I think we just have to like. Maybe just by doing anything you get technically event points. I don't know what the event really scales off. I thought it was your weeklies, but who knows? Oh, that sucks. And you set it to ×3, did you, Bolty? So I guess it only works for the person who is. Yeah, because I still have one more Fortress Clash here to do, and one more Void Rift. Shitty. But yours is all finished, Bolty? Wasn't like a misclick or anything like that? Huh.
Rest a little bit longer.
Ogren is just very close range as a focus. Has the higher health pool, moves the quickest when carrying. I'm about to say, moves the quickest. I'm a slow boy. I'm sitting there like, and it feels like, I don't know. I'm not sure if Ogren is my playstyle that I like, because I find like even as an Ogren, I'm pretty good about like pacing, like keeping enemies perfectly at bay to where I can like stay full health essentially. And I feel like that's more of the psychic kind of game, is where like your brain needs to be on surviving, because you'll do good damage but only in bursts given your loadout and stuff like that. But yeah. Fluff says, yeah, once you're around level 3 to 5, you can probably go to the second tier of difficulty, which will reward more XP, dockets, and have a side objective worth complete. Okay. That's good to know. I've seen a lot of people who get some crazy guns in the closed beta had to like play the hardest difficulty ever, and they were saying it's basically impossible. So, but maybe it's just you need to grind more, basically. Oh, I'm dehydrated as hell. I'm probably going to stick to Psyker until launch, as we don't have access to more pre-order Imperium edition or cosmetics and such. Yeah. I was about to say, Ogren looking like kind of like the cosmetics are needed essentially. I'm tired of running around, even though I haven't really played that much of the game yet. I did too many things today. And when you do so much stuff, which you can't really do a lot of everything, or a lot of one thing, you kind of did a half of everything. Yeah, it kind of was one of these days. But yeah, Ogren's grenade does have the option to detonate, but the blunt force version is the highest raw damage hit in the game. Yeah, I could see that. Where like you just, but also, I feel like you need how do I put it? It's about like consistent damage over time. I think that's why Psyker is so good. At least when every gameplay I've seen of him, like he's one of the few roles that almost seems necessary in terms of like if a Psyker is playing really well, basically saving his abilities for only enemies like gunners that are like far the fuck away, or high priority targets that need to die. Because I found like not a lot of stuff kills you in that game besides gunners. I'm also playing Ogren, who doesn't have a gun really. Yeah, it's like a shotgun blunderbuss, which I love if it wasn't the longest reload I ever seen. So yeah, that's a little catch, but yeah, it seems like Psyker is as really good as for those boss encounters, which he can continually do a small amount of, or a good amount of damage, regeneratively, rather than like the lunchbox where you chuck it once and you're like, it's okay. I mean, we did nuke down one person, but it's like you find grenades every 5, like, you know, a long time. It takes a long time to find grenades. Yeah, Boldy says minor finish. Weird. I don't know why then. I guess sometime maybe is that how it always was? Oh shit! I hope I wasn't just completing my thing and then doing it to that. If anyone has a 3-stack, we just have to pass around the transfer, etc. But I could have sworn we did it once before and everyone was completed. So I don't know. Strange. So it's a trade-off. The special boss slash boss killer or crowd control. Oh, I see. Ooh, but don't you just have abilities that can like specialize into one target and like pop heads? I feel like when you get to, oh my god, I didn't realize how much low health I am. Let's do this. Psykers are very tough to play, has a lower health pool and very few options for crowd control early on. The Claw Sword has Cleave, and it useful for, in the regards Force Staff, otherwise gotcha. So it's a little more, it's just a different playstyle for Glass Cannon and whatnot. Yeah, I don't know. The good news is that you can like easily make 2 characters and switch around. I will say, I'm not sure how much your backstory comes into play, with exception to like one of them, which I think is the Zealot. The Zealot basically has like a goofy thing where you're infatuated with the Emperor, so you'll hear him in your head, but it's just like very obviously like dementia or something horrible. Not dementia, but it's some sort of schizophrenia. But anyway, yeah. So, but I haven't really seen many come into the backstory. It's cool though. I like the idea that like you kind of make your own character and you come up with your own backstory and lore. I went with a very generic Olgrin, who's just kind of like a good boy Olgrin, essentially. Or as good as you can be in the Warhammer universe, I suppose. Hopefully, I'll be available on Sunday, as I work both nights every week. So I'll have to probably try and sleep shortly after the game, getting home. What? Oh, again, Fluff. We'll be playing together eventually. All right. So again, it's only a matter of time. So don't detonate your whole sleep schedule for me. Okay. Fluff says the devs promised around 70 plus guns, which I like, including variations, but there should be a ton of options. As we progress. Yeah, that's exciting, because I did see that's what also made me pretty hyped about the conclusion of the game, where they said that there's going to be a lot of content post-launch support, essentially, of like different like additive things, events going on, which I was like, okay, good, because that was something that Vermintide did well, but I always feel like Vermintide, I don't know, I feel like it needed, again, it was like, I felt like Vermintide, the best thing was that like it was a great game, but it was missing something that made it work really well. I mean, I think for me, for that was the reward system for Vermintide felt horrible. Like you'd grind for like hours and hours and get like gold chests and then get like one legendary after a month of playing. Or at least that's how it felt like for me. Unless you were willing to play like the hardest content in the game where you would get nuked and it was frustrating as hell. Like it never became a game that was like again, if there were bounties every week that were relatively easy to complete and they gave you like a for sure good amazing chest that at least gave you like maybe one purple every 2 weeks because you get this currency from doing daily something, then that would be nice. But I feel like the reward system in that was lacking for me, at least. But that could have just been me. Granted, I do like Vermintide a lot. I just felt like it was missing something that made everything feel like it flowed together, if it makes any sense. This, which hopefully this game has. I haven't played enough of it to really have a conclusion yet, but I hope for the best. Where is it? Oof. What a fun boss design. Have it just fly for 20 years and even do like range damage isn't that good. Not even like range damage can knock her out of the sky. What fun! Oh shit. Again, if it knocked her out of the sky, then that would be something. No! Owen got clipped. Everyone got clipped. Oh, you're finally on the ground? Oh. And right back up to the very highest point in the ceiling. Great. She wasn't even looking at me, man. I hate Valkyrie. It's funny because all the bosses are actually like really good, and then Valkyrie's just like, yeah, but we need to make money, so like let's make it so that people have to either build a shit ton of power or wail. Because every other boss is like, you can dodge them, you can bob them, you can stay above their hitbox, and the Valkyrie's just like, I'm just gonna stay up here for the whole time. I'm fine with there being like, this is clearly the point in which a certain level of player is only able to get by. People who've played a lot, or people who have spent a lot. I get that, but at least make it more satisfying than like, I'd rather a health bar than a person who I literally can't touch for 20 minutes, you know? Ugh. I suppose we could just grind support points too, because it seems like that's how you get bubbles. So we just do joint operation grind, the easiest one, and then maybe just get a little bit of bubbles. Maybe, that's how that works. Oh, my nose. Does anybody know how to grind the bubbles for the new event? With Lynn around the corner, we definitely need that stuff. And outside of the 2 exclusives per class, shovels and plasma guns for shooter. What a weird thing, by the way. A shovel being like, ugh, a niche weapon. Chainsaw and flame for the preacher. Force, sword, and staff for the psyker. Stab, shields, and grenade gauntlets. Wait, please tell me that's for Ulgrin. Do we get grenade or gauntlets? Cause you got me. Shield could have been fun, but ooh-wee. Grenade gauntlets? That sounds insane. That sounds actually completely like nuts. Yes, the last 2 were Ulgrin. Fuck yeah. With additional class coming every 3 months. Oh, wait, what? Additional classes coming every 3 months or post-launch. Oh, is it going to be like the same as the other ones? So the same as Vermintide where like there was 4 main classes but had different variants basically? Oh man, that's exciting. I hope you guys enjoyed the Vermintide, the Dark Tide gameplay because it's pretty interesting. It's also not as much, it's not a very expensive game. I was surprised. That'd be a full $60 game. It's a $50 game Canadian, so for you it'd probably be $40 in the US. So not bad. There are DLCs, I believe, that do crank it up to a $60 game, but I'm just rocking the standard game for now. You know, world boss chests give you 40 every current currency per. Ooh, okay. Oh shit. So maybe we could try to rally people to go fight the dragon boss. But I still want that damn matricy. Ooh, they'll be expanding how many missions and maps we'll have available on a weekly basis. Yeah, up until the 30th. Yeah. So we're gonna give it a little more. But it already felt like a lot. Like the stuff that we have there, it seemed like a good bit. What the absolute? You guys are the worst. How could you? I don't want to play this game. Let's do this. Playing this game, I mean this. Play the game of turning on bridges. Don't do it. You know the devs just put that in there to be like, let's let people troll each other. Disgusting. Bodhi says, play with Coco might be smarter since they boost damage. Oh, you like what? But Bodhi, I thought, are you talking to me? And when it comes to what do you call it? When I play Coco, it's the definition of my constellation gives me do more damage or something like that. I thought was you just need to activate her E or her alt and then you boost damage. But I haven't, man, I don't know. As much as that sounds great, it doesn't actually seem like it applies. Like the buff that Coco gives you, I think is a minuscule thing to where like I almost wonder if that's why I want to get Lynn. I think I'll hopefully if I get Lynn. I do not have an exorbitant amount of gems, but we'll see. Maybe resonance is in line with me. All that. We'll get good luck is what I'm saying. I can't believe it's 5 days away though, Lynn. Is that next Tuesday? Probably. I think that's what it adds up to. Or is it coming on Wednesday? Is a weird thing. Maybe. Ba, 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 ba. I'm still hoping. I'm still hoping for another archetype as well. Squat's 40k version of dwarves. Okay. You think we might get those big old boys that are like Ulgrins, or not really Ulgrins, or like just the iconic Warhammer suit people? Maybe. Anyways, we can talk about Dark Tide more on Saturday and Sunday. I think you'll have a blast with Ulgrin. Your backstory do have some different dialogue, mostly whenever you come from Cody. Oh, okay, gotcha. Yeah. There's like a little subliminal story. I guess maybe that's where it comes in. It is a little unfortunate that Ulgrins, by like just the base thing, are derpy, and they have Trouth mubbles, which I feel like is almost perfect for me. In the lore, they're not very bright because they're all brawn and all that, but yeah, yeah. I think we got everything from over here. I can keep buffs. Her buff basically active all the time with Saki. Oh, well, yeah, that's pretty huge. Also, it's ice, right? So you're benefiting from like all of the possibilities. Resonance. I find I like Coco as a dodge backwards or just not dodge forward. And she puts out like this pulsing AoE cryo thing that I feel like hits really hard. And also does like a lot of ticks. Whereas her like normal one is pretty shitty, I find. Her like forward dash, it's weird. As always, most games have like a ton of excess abilities for mages. Despite their damage is not great, so it's like you usually just fall back on whatever does good damage. It's weird, but yes. I'll keep fire, I'll give Goblin the cryo, I suppose. Physical, I'll give the blueberry. I'll give Poet the lone. Volt, I'll give the lone. Warrior, I'll give to Bolty. And attack, I'll give to Goblin. That'll keep fire for me. You can shoot the grenades or punch and enable them onto an enemy before punch. Ooh, okay. But is it like a cost? So is it also like a magazine thing? Because yeah, that's the thing where like I'm like, oh, do you go with one that's like finite power that eventually is gonna, oh my god, eventually is gonna deplete, or nah? You fully send it, you know? I don't know. I'm sure eventually you'll just want to play with new weapons, so you'll say, fuck it. I will say though, that's different though. From having a game with like such little investment, like Tower Fantasy and all those things, it's different playing a game that like requires you to play it for 20 minutes. Because like I played like what I thought was gonna be a fast mission, and it was like 25 minutes. So yeah, but also that was level 1. We didn't have any weapons. So maybe when you get like better weapons, you can start chunking through everything more faster, etc. Also, it is weird playing a multiplayer game, like a co-op game, like Left 4 Dead. Basically, it's a different thing where you're like, I'm not. Do I take this ammo, or do I tell him to take it? I aim for just being like the most survival, bare bones person ever. Like I'm running on like one magazine, and I'm like, you take the ammo. I'll play melee for a little bit because I can't be asked to take it from him. My proverbial teammates. Oh no! It's real cold. Man, we're really locked up. Golly. I see Saki Fuwa's blade just be popping off. So Bolty, you never got a double Saki yet? I think, right? You said you got a bunch of Coco. Are you going to continue, or are you like, nah, Lynn is gonna be the one? Well, yeah, I think it's just clearly better to get Lynn, one copy of Lynn than like another copy of what's her name, Saki Fuwa. Ooh, dodge that shit. Or was it somebody else? Could have been. The other planets amongst the some other things, most of it is just fluff and flip. Ah, I see. Just slight differentiations. Gotcha. No, we won't get Space Marines or Sisters of Battle. It wouldn't make any sense given they're essentially knights and super soldiers. That's fair. I hope we get something though, because I feel like well, I don't know. I kind of like the different. I kind of like in Vermintide, the classes, just because it's fantasy, at least to me, felt kind of like, okay, there's like elf archer, there's like shotgun bard, but like in this game, it's like no. There's a guy who has like psychic magic. There's a person who is like a zealot preacher who has like melee nonsense going on. So like the characters are more defined in my head as being quite different, you know. Oh, my body. Oh, we're playing classes from the Imperial Legion, which is in the regular grunts and people of the Imperium of Man. Space Marines are also part of the Imperium, but are reserved for more severe threats. I was about to say, yeah, because in the little like cool Warhammer trailer 10-minute video I seen, it was great. But it was like, yeah, these guys are like, yeah, like complete dead inside soldiers, which was nuts. Ooh. Should we try to grind the thing? Because at this point, we have no more co-op things that we must do, but we could try to do the one thing. So where's Lone? Did Lone leave us? No, he's just somewhere. I don't know where Lone is. We're playing classes. I figure it'll have ammo, but I haven't played GRINN, nor has the grenade gauntlet available in the closed beta. Yeah, well, I was about to say. Well, actually, yeah, you have more. You just have more experience overall. So wait, you never played the Psyker, or is that staff only now available, Fluff? Because that makes more sense. Also, are we going into fucking raids? I'm not going for anything else but Saki. Really, Multi? Really? You're skipping Lynn? Also, I've been out of the like Tower Fantasy Hella Mythos or Hella community for a little bit. Is there any leaks from Beta Land that Lynn is as potent as she was, or is she still like hella worth going for, or is there like some weirdness there? Are we in this lull? Also, means it can be equipped alongside this slab shield. Oh, okay. That's kind of wicked. So you have like AoE and like a hella good shield. That sounds awesome, man. I'm getting excited. All the gameplay I've seen in the trailers, I never seen gameplay like that. Like, you know, like really crazy weapons that seem like they're completely different. Hopefully you can play into them, because that was the other thing. Is like I seen a lot of damage scaling. Like, hey, you do more like range damage, you do more reload speed or something. Like, you know, that was the barometer for the weapons. I hope there's something like intrinsically different about them, like you know, the faster you attack, or you, what do you call it, if you, I don't know, like it'd be cool if there was a mechanic where if you perfectly reloaded, you know, like the Gears of War reload, where if you perfectly time it at this one time, you'll get a quicker reload. It'd be cool if there was versions of the weapon like that, or like even with the melee weapons, if you hit enough, you build up a charge, then you can just expend this giant like fire blast, like something to play into, rather than just kind of be like, this one shoots more bullets faster, this one shoots your entire magazine, but then is out, and you're like, okay, wish there was more here, but sure. Oh shit, here we go. Oh man, my fucking whole PC's been lagging like mad. I don't like it. Ow, ow. Also, everything in the Warhammer universe sounds both absolutely, like, goofy, but because they get people with the deepest voices you've ever heard and the most raspy voices, it all sounds metal as hell. Like the Imperium. Like, the Imperium does not sound cool on a bass, but when you give it to a British man who just chain smoked cigarettes for his whole life, yeah, it sounds kind of metal, you know? Increasing Myriad Crusaders, and we'll have, also, it does not look like there's that many people here. I tried to do the whole list and did not happen. There we go. That. Space Marine playstyle, but in Dark Tide, they would meld through, and I was about to say, oh no! Oh, I fucked up. No one has it? Ooh, it's over there. I'm gonna die. Don't go for me. Don't go for me. Oh, thank God. I need to switch to the thing. Yeah. That was luck. He also probably prioritizes the one with the most damage. But still. Anyways, I'll only get about 3 hours of sleep at this rate. So I'll have a bit. Yeah, no, go to sleep, Fluff. Jesus Christ, Fluff. Although it was fun talking to you. I want the thing. Ah! I didn't get the high enough level to use it in the beta. I see. So it's level gated a little bit. Alright. Actually, I don't mind that as the baseline for the game. Like, because that was one of the issues with Vermintide, that you couldn't actually have enough time to play. Or like, I feel like you couldn't get any of the legendaries because it was just a rare feat to get anything. But theoretically, if they're to let you at least play with the archetype of weapon, that's kind of cool. Also, I think I'm way too close, yeah. But it's level gated, so you at least have to grind your level up, and then you'll get access to these weapons. At least that's kind of cool. You can like mess around with everything. Off I go. I'll catch this rest of the stream. Void during my ship. Hell yeah. Hell yeah. Plus, I didn't get high enough level to use the weapons were granted level. So I was able to buy 4 staff, but it's level higher than I currently am, so I'll have to grind a bit to use. Gotcha, makes sense. Also, Lone, I didn't ask, buddy. How did you fare with your art? You said you got a little bit drawn today. What you be drawing? Are you still mapping out things? Things that you shared on the Discord kind of things? Also shit. Thank you. We could be dead here. Ooh, thank God. That AoE could have very well killed us because we were right against the wall. Ooh. Ooh, goblin up there in the sky. Also, Bolty up there. Well done. Ooh, only 10 bubbles. Shit. Fucking mean. Mean about it. What things are we referring to? Nothing, Lone. You know what things. I was wondering what you're drawing. You pursuing the cultured arts, or have you decided on some anime? Also, how did you finish the anime you watched? Because I finished both of the ones I watched. And then I hastily made a video because I wanted to get back to making the VR videos. But I do want to make a video on the Deathverse stuff soon, hopefully. But I also want to try to get Live, Die, Repeat done. And then I'll have to be going to the land of thumbnails for these 3 videos I made. Also, I kind of found a cool backstory for our unknown, who knows, what is it channel name, which I like. Like a reason for its name, even though it may seem random. But there's a reason for it, which is cool. Backstory, lore, all that. Yes, I did finish the dropkick on my devil on Tuesday. Ooh wee! You know what, Lone? Well, first of all, what anime you start up? Man, I don't know if it's just like, I think this type of anime / scenario is so crispy, so fun, that even if it's poorly executed, it's just like no one's doing this kind of show thing, that it's satisfying. But I was watching what is it called? It's a show that everyone hates, and it's definitely considered for me to be a guilty pleasure show, essentially. But it's called Afrietta, which most people hate because the book is decent and the anime butchered the beginning part of the book, all that. But I think it's such a fun, like, gameplay mechanic that shows him actually building shit. Yeah, I know. I know. Or what do you call it? To Commonplace to World's Strongest is what it's called. It's not... like, the only thing that I like about it is its ideas, in, like, the fact that he gets, like, thrown down a dungeon hole, and he basically... It's really quick, but, like, they kind of... He starts, like, yeah, it's actually not, but yeah, I don't think it was that bad. To me, I just like the, like, crafting of guns and him making, like, rail guns and shit. There's a lot of weird stuff. Yeah, vampire, waifu, sketchy. All that's also weird. But, what do you call it? The fact that he, like, I love seeing him get, like, upgrades on upgrades on upgrades. It's super satisfying. He also, like, driving around like a fucking, it's almost like a cooler version of, like, Power Fantasy as, what is it called? Me and Lone Syndicate really like it. It's the 0 or 6, not 06. What is it called? Combatants Will Be Dispatched. That's what. It's kind of like Combatants Will Be Dispatched, because, like, they're in a fantasy world with, like, Hummers and, like, bazookas and shit. Except instead of it being, like, evil points, it's just him, like, eating monsters, getting abilities, and then making shit, which is rad. Also, let's do that. Let's go do that thing this person just did in the world map. I'll invite y'all in a minute. Because even just killing this thing will give us currencies for the thing. Now we gotta teleport there. Teleport there. Bop, 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 bop. Oh, you want to do joint operations? Oh, let's kill this boss and then we'll do joint operations. It's a good idea. I'm not sure if there's the Crow or and King version there this week. I don't think so, but... Whew. Don't talk about that around Carthage. Carthage hates that show. That's why when I say it's like it's terrible, and it's funny because it's so funny, man. My brother recently got really into like novels and shit. He got into it around like Jobless and specifically around Nilfgaard. It's like some sort of weird book that's like super acclaimed. Oh, did you kill it already? Oh, you never mind. Also, I have 26 of these. I guess I'll use it. Oh, so it's giving me a quest. Give me a minute, boys. I have to do this one, unfortunately. Or else I will never be able to complete this because there's all the gubbins on the ground. It's shitty. Blueberry right there. Also, Blueberry. Join on Blueberry. If you want to get the gear. Shit. Forgot to invite y'all. You can just go to the world map and you just hit auto join. But anyways, we'll start doing that in a minute. I can't, if I don't do this here, then it's just going to be wasted. So I got to do it. Maybe it's shit rewards and I won't do it anyway. It's shit rewards. I don't want to do it. What is this? I don't want to do it. It's not good rewards. I'm done. I don't need it. I don't need it. Let's do joint operation. Let's grind. Oh, sorry, but my brother recently got into, so my brother and me like the same anime usually, so I was like, Off-Rage is actually pretty good, but I hear a lot of people hate it who read the novel, and he's like, cool, I'll just watch the anime. So he watched, he's like, I liked it, it was actually pretty fun, got some cool ideas, it was interesting, all that, a little bit dark, and he likes dark anime, so he liked it a lot, but sure as shit, I told him that like there's a novel, and like people really like it, like a light novel, so then he read it, and immediately came back and said, it's awful. The anime is so awful. The book is so much better. Immediately was like, I'm like, oh, okay. So yeah, it is just like a universal thing where they did butcher the anime or butcher the novel. Because even him who was like, I like it. It's very fun. It wasn't that fun in the grand scheme of things. And compared to now, I suppose. Join in on Goblin. Lone and Bolty. Hopefully you have... Goblin friended and whatnot. Never mind, I'll invite everybody. Bolty, invite. Lone has left. Got it, Lone. Lone's like, fuck all of you, I hate you. No, I'm kidding. Probably the guy just want to draw. Also, for what I'm drawing, it is related to Dropkick My Devil. Ooh, golly. I still don't really get I knew you told me about the anime, but I have like a faint memory of it when you explained it to me. But I still have a glimmer of it, not a lot. What should we do in this joint operation? This, yes, and go there. Just got 2K gloves. Yes, what? 2K crit gloves? Jesus. Also, Lone says, how do you know I was wrong? Because I know you. I've known you for a long time. Almost as I know Nanny and Fluff at this point. Golly. I'm in your fucking head, dude. Okay? Just like you're probably in mine and all that. Ugh. Yeah, that's wild. Man, I don't know. I can't get gloves. I'm sure like gloves with crit is probably the ones you should be upgrading, but because I think that's the one stat that you want to all go into. But I also want to go with the one. What Bolty says, oh no. Oh no, what? Oh no, what happened? Do the max level one. What? Is it? Oh, should we not be doing the max level one? Should we just be doing the easy one? Or should we be, are you saying do the max level one? What are we saying? Oh, can we do the max level one? I'm going to be getting hard carried. I can barely do this level. Does it give you more rewards based on level? I thought it would give you the same, which is why I thought maybe we should do the lowest level. We can definitely with me and Matt. Okay, we'll try that. But do we need to, or do you get the same amount of bubbles for completing one joint operation? No. Also, Max and Bolty, anybody playing God of War? Nah. You guys are just like, I'll play it eventually. Or nah, not your speed. Thought maybe one of y'all would have given it a try. But I also feel like some of you guys like games that you can grind more than games that are like narratively focused, you know? Max says, I got a 2K crit gloves the other day. Really? And that's like, is that gloves that all of your upgrade ascension goes into crit? Is that what that is? Because that sounds, so it sounds like 2K crit sounds like a lot. Lone says, also, for the anime I'm gonna watch next, not sure. Well, what the hell? You need to decide. To be honest, man, there's a lot to watch. Also, man, Lone, I went down the rabbit hole of, it's, what do you call it? I went down the rabbit hole of, like martial art, sword weapon training video things, which were cool. But I basically just found out that, like, the spear is an ungodly, an ungodly weapon, essentially. Me going down the rabbit hole in this weird niche way, my God. The spear is like, I watched this video of, it's actually a cool channel. I'm not sure if you guys heard about it, but it's, what is it called exactly? It's called, weaponism is what it's called. It's like I don't know, regardless. I seen like this dude, which was like 3 people with swords, come at this one dude with a spear. And it was just like, oh my God, this dude is, and it's cool. It's funny because he's like kind of prancing around, but it's so crazy. And it's funny because everyone just like, why doesn't everyone just rush him at once? But I don't think that works. Like in hindsight, I think you just like clip your friend or clip your ally or whatever it be, you know? And I think he would just get infinite distance anyway. But just seeing like, it was cool. If you're into that kind of thing, it was cool. Red says, I know Red. I know what Red says. I want to play God of War Ragnarok, but when it comes to peace, it's probably a good idea, man. I see some gameplay of people playing on like PS5, and I'm like, whew, that looks clean. But at the same time, I don't know. It does feel pretty cool to like not have to wait and to be like able to experience it, even if it's shitty and not so many frames and all these things. It's still cool just to be able to be like, these are my boys, these are my characters that I can get some sort of closure with. Although I was looking up guides and whatnot, some bastards spoil stuff a little bit. Not spoil, it's just like kind of like, why is this person here instead of that person? And you're like, fuck, god damn it, what is it gonna happen? And hearing how people say, I'm so frustrated with Atreus, I'm like, what does this mean? Why do I know? God damn, we gotta beat this game. So yeah. Although I really do hope we get another moment to play Atreus. It's not looking that way, unfortunately. But yeah, I shouldn't say, now that I built out Kratos, it's pretty fun playing Kratos. But it is like, to me, I just really like Atreus' gameplay, especially just spamming like crows and then like arrow rain, and you're just like, fuck, it's just getting lit up. Lone says, well, not just spears, polearms in general are superior. Well, it was, I guess to me it was just the interesting take on like, basically the video showed like a master in, it's like 2-sword combat, like, you know, Sakifua, like whatever her style of thing is, 2 katana-like weapons, or shorter, I guess. I don't know what they're called. Like that, kind of like Grand Master black belt in that, versus a guy with a spear, and it was just, I looked in the comments of that video too, and people were saying that like, actually, it's not just that like Spear's OP, it's that this guy is freakishly good about doing stuff. Like he's switching things up in a really creative way. It was really cool to watch. It also seemed like, dude, oh my God, you guys, you know, in Canada we have basketball, hockey, and basketball. It's basically that. Street hockey, that kind of thing. But if there was like a fucking dumb, but you love it, where like you got the whole like kendo, except that's the thing, I wouldn't actually want kendo. Kendo seems like it's too rigid. Like I would not want to just do something for the art of it. I would want to actually like, you know, have fun. But anyways, regardless, it's just cool seeing these people wear like protective gear and then like throw down. Essentially, seems like a great way to get off stress. It seems like a good way to like have like a community of people who are all trying to better themselves, even though they know guns will wreck every one of them, you know, or mace would even fuck them up. So it's not like a, look at me, I'm big macho man, I'm God, or whatever. It's more of just like, also, oh, we get 20 bubbles. Yeah, so I don't know if it's worth doing the highest tier, because we get 20 bubbles for anything, it seems like. So might as well fully send it. Oh. But it was cool seeing somebody who was genuinely like very good at using that stuff. Because to me, like even when I see sparring happen with like katana or kendo and all these things, it's like, okay, but why? yeah, like it's not being fair to what actually would be a fight. And I seen it in this weaponism channel that I seen. It's like all Japanese weapons, seems like. Yeah, it seemed like they genuinely did like kind of get sloppy in moments, and it's hilarious because eventually, like, all fighting, especially with like in that way when you're like padded, basically just becomes like either super like hesitation or people just fucking whapping each other in the head with sticks. Which is even, that's just hilarious because it's like they're all wearing like super padding essentially. But yeah, I think we should just do the lowest possible difficulty one, guys, because it's just, we're just trying to get through this stuff. It seems like we get all of it. You only get bubbles when you spend your vitality. Oh, is that what it is? Even when you do beacons, or beacons do not count? Oh. The drop rates are very high. Okay. Sure, let's try this. I might even purchase or use one of my condensed things. Level 8. I am prepared to get chewed out by Amberite. Red says, I don't want a console too limiting. I've gotten too used to the freedom of PC and options to provide me for everything. Also, Max says, I've been considering picking up God of War, but I'm still on the fence. Oh, Max, I feel like if you have time, it's such a good experience, man. Like, I will say, the only thing that I will say that does feel like a super limiting factor in God of War is the controls don't feel... the controls are really good, but there's so many things. Like oftentimes you're trying to switch, activate your abilities, use Atreus' attacks, activate combos, switch to your other weapon so you can use its attacks, prime weapons, build out your, like, there's just too many. Like, you basically want to hit 5 buttons, but you only have, or sorry, you want to hit like 8 buttons at once, but you only have 2 fingers that can do that. So it feels like the gameplay can kind of feel clunky. You're like what the fuck it, I'm trying to, okay, I was just trying, like, it feels like you don't have enough usage almost, which is why I wish they would have like thrown away the ability to aim and just like aim by clicking in the joystick. But also when you hold in LT, it would just like give you a new ability prompts essentially, so that way you could kind of do both at the same time. It's just a difficult problem when you have so many weapons to use, which is hilarious because like some of them are the same, but yeah, it's just significantly less spammy and all that. Best I can do is heal a little bit, and I'll heal the fuck out y'all. Best of my ability. Actually, not really, because I don't have a lot of healing weapons at a base. But I also watched Skull and Grave, which is fun. That guy's awesome. Lone, I seen a weapon and I thought, my God, I think Lone would drool if he's seen it. Because I know you're into like swords and whatnot. And it was from these like this company called Zombie Tools, which the whole brand is just like they make like apocalypse weapons that are like super good with like vibranium fucking metal or some shit, like just super good metal, really hard to break, all that stuff. But I seen one of like the katana you like, which is, I think it's the Oridochi or whatever it's called. It's like this giant long ass katana, but it looked super modern and cool and like apocalypsy. I thought you'd like it a lot. But yeah, this. Even if consoles were cheaper and more readily available, they don't offer anything. Yeah, no, I think to me moving forward, I'm much more of a PC and Oculus or VR person. Like, to me, it's just because the like experience that I get in VR is so unique and interesting to me. I know some people may not be for it. I tend to think that's bullshit. I tend to think if people would give Oculus a try and like have one, like if someone were to buy you an Oculus, so there's no buy-in essentially. And you were just to fiddle around with it for a little bit, I think you'd be like, if there was a better Oculus that came out in the future, I think you'd be in. I think at that point you would be like, alright, fucking fine. And you would go in. But I think it's hard for people to make the jump at this point. Also, I don't know if I have enough for all. I think I should, yeah. Never mind. But yeah, I think moving forward, that's probably what I'll be. Instead of a PS4, I'll be that. which I think should be good. You own your drop rates are very high. Max says, yeah, the 75 ones have elemental forced armor too. Oh really? Okay. Oh wait, so maybe are you saying we should maybe do the higher level ones? Well, shit. Well, we could try one more actually. Yeah, we could keep doing this. We could just try the harder tier. I don't have access to that one, so I may have to give you guys power, because I don't have access to those missions yet. Can you do some story thing? Oh, please aim in the right direction. Oh! How the fuck am I doing more damage than what? What? What in the fuck, man? I thought I was gonna get judged? It's still not 21 million. Or do things scale? Because I don't think I was doing 7 million beforehand. I don't know. I don't know what's happening. Smoke and mirrors. Also, I could CC people. I should do that actually. It's my one job. Oh shit. Fire! Nice. Bolty says, oh, we got a belt. Didn't say that. That's what I said. Bodhi says, in joint operations, I mean, you get bubbles by spending vitality. Oh, I see. Okay, so you don't get. Gotcha. Max says, I just don't have. No, that's absolutely Max. don't get God of War if you don't have money. Absolutely not. I'll wait for it to drop in price because it will be as good as it is going to be when it's $30, then it will be as when it's $20. And also, I think they're gonna make their money back. I think it's, yeah. And I think like even like PlayStation just to have a game that's a contender for Game of the Year, I think will be worth it. Also, yeah, I think God of War is just, yeah, I would be surprised if it didn't make a shit ton of money, basically. Okay. Bet you can guess where it went, Keck. What? What do you mean? Oh, did you get sake? Did you spend a lot of money on sake? Oh, come on, man. I guess that makes sense. Do you get her like abilities or something, like, or her like matrices? Because I can't really see. Well, no, I could see how you could like spend a lot of money on getting copies. Lone says, the anime I shall watch next is either Yakuza's Guide to Babysitting or The Maid I Hired Recently is Mysterious. I don't know what any of those are, buddy. The Yakuza one sounds kind of familiar, but yeah. The Claymores of Japan Swords, as I'd like to put it. I think at the end of the stream, Lone, if you can hold true, I'll pull it up. Because I thought it was like, I don't know, maybe it's just I don't like weapons that are like too clean. So when it's just gritty enough, it's like, all right, that's it. I remember one of my favorite people, like content creators who I ever watched. His name is Al Chessbreach. He's just a weirdo, but I love him to bits. I haven't watched him too long and for a while, but yeah, he used to like cover mods. Basically, he used to cover mods for Fallout and Skyrim and stuff like that. And he used to always say like, I like my weapons dirty, and it's true because otherwise if they look too clean, then it looks out of place in this world. But if they have like if they're weathered and whatnot, it kind of makes sense, you know. Yeah, you say that like I'm not on, and I know it's true. It's true, but maybe listen, Lone. I am never not ready for you to be completely like, hey, Grin, fuck off. I'm done with this. And I'm like, it's fair. It's a fair thing. You give me enough of your time. So I'm always priming myself for the inevitable heartbreak of losing a close friend, because it's happened over the years, especially on stream. I shouldn't say losing. Losing is a strong word. People get busy essentially with their life, and you got to kind of cope with that a little bit. Whew. Temporary boost to energy crystals? What? Yeah, the boss has a significant amount of health. You guys are doing 42k? Golly. 40 and 30 some K. I'm gonna do this. Oh, I can't yet. Hurry up, give me my thing. I'm really surprised I'm not getting one banged. I thought I would definitely getting one banged. Stab me, stab me, stab me. Lone says, Grin, who hurt you? Nobody. Nobody hurt me. It's less of that. It's like people, it's less of that. It's more of like a, oh, I haven't, again, like, it's hard to describe, but like, I don't think I am the mental personality trait for streaming. Like, I don't think of, like, I don't play a character. I don't like, I remember everything from as many of the things you guys tell me I remember. And I like genuinely like try to make an effort to remember. I'm terrible with names, but I'll sincerely try to keep track of everything. And again, it's to me, it's like if I didn't believe that I am owed nothing, it would be, it'd be probably a little like, ooh, a little depressing. But yeah, it's just like, you know, you see people, you hang out, you spend a lot of time with them, you learn about them, and then you don't see them for a couple months, 2 months, 3 months. And it's, again, normally I don't notice, but then there's times when it's like, oh, I haven't seen this person in a year. I hope they're okay. You know, I hope they're doing okay, and and then you kind of like, yeah, it's not negative, so to speak, but it's definitely like where I think the personality type of being like, I am a performer, and that is it. Whereas like I kind of care about, well, again, it's. Yeah, it's one of those things. It's like the opposite of parasocial relationships where like, I need you guys, actually. It's not like a reverse thing, actually, but, you know, again, it's one of those things where I'm also incredibly blessed by people who always come in and say hi, you know? So it's like, it's not like you're forgotten, it's just like other things have happened and, yeah, you know, which is fair. Can't expect to have everyone's time and always have a slot in everyone's day because it's kind of an excessive thing to ask for, you know? But for the people that do show up and all that stuff. But again, I'm always a person that tries to manage in my head of like the worst case scenario I want to be ready for, you know? Like if one day I turn the stream and no one's here, then I'll just keep going until somebody is, you know? So yeah, it's like it also keeps me present here forever, as much as, not forever, but as long as I possibly can, you know? Which I think is good, but also, yeah, I think there are streamers who I in some ways envy that they can kind of compartmentalize like the relationships that they make online to just kind of be like a parasocial thing, where it's just like a, you know, you get this from me, I get this from you, done deal, you know, which is not quite my mindset, you know. But again, I wonder if, you know, if there will be a time when I can't manage all of the memories of or all of the things from all of you guys, you know, all of the thought processes, you know, like Bolty getting into working out and him and his brother getting into boxing and his brother kind of teaching him and all these things, and you know, you with your drawing and you know, with the anime that you're watching and all of these kinds of things, you know, with your backstory with you know, when I first met you, if I'm not mistaken, you told me about a hard thing that you had to do when it comes to growing up and all these things, with like your parents and whatnot, and I you know, I remember all that. Yeah, but also the other thing that's tricky is what happens if you remember all that, but sometimes you can't understand what is a joke or not, or what is maybe an exaggeration of a conclusion to that person, and then how are you gonna, like, to them they were joking, but you didn't know it that way, so then you have a memory that is not exactly correct, you know, but you're like, wait, I thought you told me this, and they're like, yeah, I wasn't being serious, and I'm like, oh, I took that as real. Shit, okay, my bad, you know. But I think that's just, you got to be open to being off sometimes, you know. But yeah. There's one more thing I wanted to talk. Oh, what do you call it? The side thing. I tried potato bread the other day. It's amazing. Far better than bread. Has like a nice consistent. Oh god. A nice consistency. Oh my god. Made bread look. Also, I didn't really find it had much. Whenever I have bread, I usually have a crash. But I didn't find it had that much of a crash when I had it. Who would have thought potato bread? Also, I don't even think it doesn't change a lot of the bread. It just changes the texture. Also, we're about to do it. Golly. Stabby. Guys, I am, by the way, so excited for tomorrow's stream. I am, you guys have no idea. Like, it's hard. It's hard, like, when you get this close to the game. Well, it's both hard and it's not. Like, for God of War, I'm like, I don't want it to end. But simultaneously, I'm like, well, also, I think, I'm not sure if we were that close to beating. I think it might be a long stream tomorrow. That's what I'm getting at. But yeah, I think we should be good. But it does dawn on me that there might be a lot, because we have 3 boss fights to do. So I'm like, oh, okay. I mean, could take us some time. I mean, hey, at least I'm not the lowest on the leaderboard. See, that person just like that, it's just like me, exactly like me. When I'm the lowest on the leaderboard, I immediately leave because I'm totally ready to get lit up by people like, you're fucking trash. I'm like, I don't want to hear it. I don't want to hear it. Booty potato bread. Apparently, I went down the rabbit hole with bread. Apparently, in the mid-ages, they basically flour would like get rotten or something like that. Like the flour or grain fields would get burned up in flames. So they needed to keep and apparently a bunch of aristocracy, like nobility weirdness, only liked eating white bread. So in order to make their flour go further, they would mix it with potatoes. So potato and literally just mashed potatoes, and you throw in your normal bread mixture. You mix it together, and you get way more out of your loaf of bread. It is delicious, man. Bodhi says, bruh, I was expecting something else after such a passionate talk about our story. What do you mean? Oh, potato bread? Oh, what do you mean? Like about all of it? Well, that's the other thing, is to me, like, it's weird because, like, when you're, how do I put it? It will only dawn on me, like, a minute after about all of the complexities of you guys, you know what I mean? Of, like, anywhere from Carthage to Secady to Nanny and all these things where, like, there'll be moments of memory where I'll get hit and like, oh right, that was that, you know, this happened with us. You know, what do you call it? These like weird fragments will come, but they're not like, it sucks because like the moment you're like, here's all the things, not a lot comes out, you know, or comes up. So yeah, it's a bit tricky. It's a bit not easy. But yeah, I don't know if we have access to the, yeah, I don't at least. Oh wait, no. We do, apparently. Do you guys want to try that one? I'll have to burn more vitality, but let me know. This is the special fight. No, stop it. There we go. You never had potato bread, Buddy? Let me know. Or should we start this one or not? Are you guys wanting to burn some resin to give this a whirl or nah? Bodhi says, just a mom need to upgrade. Oh, just a moment. Need to upgrade my cocoa a little bit. Gotcha. Yeah, man. I feel like I could probably level up my weapons too when I hop and just waiting. Lone Syndicate says, also related to Counterside HoloLive collab, I realized that I actually have a song that by 2 of the VTubers in the collab. Lone, this is when you bring this up in Fluff's space, because Fluff will light you up immediately. So we love about Fluff. He's very into the things he's into, as most of us are. You're into swords. You're into drawing as well, anime. Fluff is into VTubers, and you guys are like, I'm like a parasite type of entity where like you guys talk to me about things and I see them in my environment and I pursue them a little bit. So I know a little bit about VTuber things. I know a little bit about drawing. I know a little bit about art. Like I seen a video the other day about, it's like an artist really known on YouTube named Jazza, essentially. But I seen a video of him making like a clay sculpture that was giant of like an orc torso. And I just thought, dude, that is like awesome retirement shit. Where like, people are like, I got into making clay pots in my retirement. Why not say, no, I got into I bought a decent house with my life's worth of income or whatever. And I just made giant fucking double human-like statues of orcs, elves, armors, Kratos, whomever, Master Chief, Doom Guy, and they all, like, you know how people have a stone garden where it's just a bunch of weird stone obelisk-like structures? Instead of that, it's just a bunch of giga dudes who were, like, iconic in all of these games. That'd be an awesome retirement. You walk outside and people were like, there's a bunch of fucking monsters in your yard, and you're like, nah, it's nighttime and there's shadows and they're reflecting and shit. These people are awesome. Anyways, I was gonna level up my gear, but never mind. Max says, I haven't tried level 70 joint ops yet. Yeah, it could be bad in hindsight. Is it much more than what we were just went on? I get, probably. Let me see. Challenges, selection, joint operations. This went up to level 70. And this is level 75. Ooh. Although weirdly, it's not the highest. Oh no, yeah. Well. Oh, it's the same high CS. Increased frost damage by enemies. Increases flame damage by enemies. Ugh. In my playlist, says Lone, for the VTuber collab song things, you got songs from them in your playlist? Huh. I think after the stream, boys, I am going to try to do a little more VR. Yeah. Again, Hitman Contracts, Chapter 2 is such a colossally big level. It's insane. Like, Jesus. To where I'm kind of like, oh. It's hard to kind of describe because... like, Gunman Contracts is interesting, but like the only thing that can make it satisfying is by getting, like, consistent ravenous headshots and, like, massive pace, essentially. So, like, knock, done, move on. You, like, headshot 2 people, you move through a door. You immediately pre-aim at a place where an enemy's going to spawn, knock them down. So that's satisfying, but there's not a lot of, like, gamey stuff that can be too sad. Like, for instance, I want to so badly stream, what's it called? It's that game. VR game with PhysX, Bone Lab, or Bone Works, sorry, because it's just such a weird game that's so fun to see visually, and has got PhysX and shit in it, so it's wild. It's balanced as long as Max is playing. Yeah, I was about to say, if Max gives up, well, I'm done. I'm not under any illusion that we're gonna be able to make a dent. Let's see. I'm gonna purchase some more resin. Believe in us a little bit. Bodhi says, I will additionally heal and buff damage further. There's not a lot of people playing. Oh man, I don't wait. Come on, can I still? Oh god, don't match my gears yet. Wait, where's my resin? There. I said I didn't have enough. Do I have enough now? I do. Good. Matching. Still matching. Oh, lovely. Max says, I'll be here for a while. I'm getting a little bit tired. Yeah, me too, Max. Something about like Tower of Fantasy that to me is maybe just because we've been doing this for so long. Like, you know, we for me, I just jump in the air, I smash buttons, and I do laser beams. That's it. I CC enemies for my team, best I can do, unfortunately. But yeah, like it's not like with God of War. It's like dodge, bob, weave, attack, heavy hit. I hope some of you guys can make it out to the last stream of. Well, again, I do think we will try it out, make some ground, but I am worried that we have significant ground to cover. But I think we should be good. Maybe we stream for 8 hours and I want to kill myself after it, but maybe we still go. We're not rushing. We are making ground, okay? Lone says, but yeah, I was scrolling through one of my playlists and played the song, and first word of the song was Calliope, Mari, and Garigar, Agaragar, and I was, that's exactly the two of the, yeah. Wait, so it's like one of those, like, those weird, like, rap songs where it's like, Codex and Little Mike or something, and you're like, what the fuck? Shut up! I just want to play my thing. Also, I've never even walked in here. I feel like I am creating a... Ooh, this is weird. I feel like if I get hit once, I'll be dead. Oh, do damage, surprisingly. They're also weak to cryo and fire, which is nice. Red says, I binged the past VOD while working, so I caught up on the story. Ooh, we caught up on the story. That's good to hear, Red. That's awesome to hear, actually. What's this little star up top side? What is up here? Someone already got it. Whatever that star was up there. Weird. A part of me does regret not suffering. I don't know. I probably would have got heated. I was pretty angry. Well, only when you beat a boss, you're like, ha, makes sense. It was totally fair. But whilst you're getting your ass... Oh my god. What the fuck? What? What the fuck is happening? Oh my god. Are you shitting me? Do I gotta open my wings? I guess. Okay. That did not feel like he gave me a boost, man. Oh, what the fuck? Oh, that's so fucking stupid. It's like, yeah, you totally made Okay, we're here. At least there's that. I was about to say, I'm peeved. Bullshit. You guys look great. You guys look great. A normal glove, GRINN. Awesome. Okay, let's see. Okay, so it's not just me. It's a mess for everybody. Okay, good. And then there's Blueberry, who somehow does it. The magic man. I'm just gonna float. I'm gonna do the fucking teleport bullshit. It must be extraordinarily hard to code to do like momentum. Oh yeah, I haven't even put the 2-piece Saki matrices on my frig yet either. What? So damage, yeah, this is why you're already doing 30k? Golly. I'm surprised I'm not getting like stomped on. You know, I thought it'd be like a, oh, you should not be here. My damage isn't great, but like I thought, yeah, good to know that you don't get just one bang essentially. Ooh. Try to group them together. They're nice. Oh. So I feel like this, I've something that I'm missing. What the fuck, man? Tower Fantasy, what the hell? This is awful. It does nothing. It feels the most, like the most unrewarding boost ever. was about to say, I don't know how y'all getting... Can you climb? Okay, you can climb, there's hope, but... Little jumpies. What a mess. No, don't do that. Oh, no, no. Oh, fuck. Sorry, guys. Trying to... Bolty says, this will be the test. Now I see if we can beat... Yes. Well, I think the test's going pretty well on your guys' behalf. Although, yeah, I think something's weird. Like, it almost like the game scales. Because, like, we're doing 7... I do not normally do 17K. So I don't know what that is. That is a lie. I do not know what that's all about. Maybe you guys are also buffing me somehow? I don't think that's how it works, but maybe. Okay, that was actually something. Come on. Thank you. Lone says, yeah, the start of the song is the VTubers saying their names in the song. A bunch of paid much attention to their names. Weird. I feel like it's kind of, I guess it makes sense, but I feel like it's kind of hard not to hit the thing. It's like, is this, and then this. Oh no, we can't do anything. I'm trying to get him to combust, or to get him to pull him over there, but no dice. Ooh. Come here, you. This boss looks awesome, though. Oh. We need to break these things. Does he regenerate when that happens? I don't know. Green, you're selling yourself short. Nope. Stop it. Stop it. Goblin has 73k and Bolty has 43k. I have 20. But also, I don't normally have 20, so I don't know what's... Again, I think this scales, which is actually, like... Why wouldn't you just try to do the max tier eventually? You know, like, I don't know. I feel like you're better off just doing, like, the beginner chest here and then be done with it. You know what I mean? Yeah. Seems weird. If there's a mass incentivization of just doing the... like, even just doing this enough to where you get the first chest. Like, I feel like you could do that. Even with drop rates considering, I think the max difficulty would be just better in terms of the drop rates and all that stuff, so I don't know. Could be wrong, but maybe not. Ooh, dimensional shit. What is happening? Oh, we got hologram things. What in the absolute hell? Is there one that's like the real one, or are they all kind of real? Now it's just splitting damage, or doubling up the damage. Ooh! That was the first time I was getting lit up. Can you lock on to one of them, please? Can I also... Are they now malleable? I can't do it yet. They're not. I tried to use my thing, it did not work. Of course, they just go just out of the area of influence. Yeah, also, I'm not gonna... I feel like I'm stronger... Like, not... I'm not... Usually I get one banged. I don't know what's changed. Level, maybe? Mayhaps? Definitely you guys. I'm not like... you guys are the common denominator. I'm just saying, like, I didn't know, like, the higher your teammate's level, the more resistant you are, or something. Like that. Didn't know that. Very strange. I was expecting this to be like if I just get touched, I get one banged, but no. Did he recover his health? No, I think we just killed his ads, which have low health. Ow! Why am I not attacking? Oh, I have no stamina. I got one! I need to stop jumping. You have 20 million. I have 30 million about. But yes. Again, that's not. I do like set 3, so it scales in a weird way. I guess if you're like the right level, then it will scale up your damage to be like at least. So you're not. I guess it kind of makes sense. Otherwise, the devs would just be having a bunch of people who were screwed basically, or like you're having to make up for the day. What's happening? Should we not be on the ground? Oh, is he invisible? Uh-oh. I'm getting touched. I don't like it by a void arm. Stop jumping. Why had my stamina gone? Am I sprinting too much? Oh, but I was saying like it makes sense that if there's an incentive for people to, I gotta jump beyond me. I got some different shit. Makes sense that they would normalize damage so that way you're not absolutely destroying your team's opportunity. So like you can maybe get through the first couple chests even still. It also could just be that both of you guys have like back-to-back heals and I'm like never not getting max healed, but I still think that's a little bit, again, I'm like super underleveled CS wise. At 30 CS, this is 50. It's a good bit of like nothing. Okay, now I'm feeling writhing in pain. I'm also frozen. Weird. I see this boss fight's getting way more complicated. Why is it like destroying my stamina? That may be what's happening. Because yeah, I find I don't have any stamina to make any. Let me out! Let me out! So there's weird clipping happening with the outside border. Eesh. Give me my ult, damn you! Did I miss? Oh. Oh. Ah! Why can't I attack? Oh, no stamina, right. Ooh. Give me my stamina. Why am I locking on? Oh, we left. We're at the third thing. Slowly but surely, maybe. Why? Why am I stuck in the mid? What? Why am I not locked on? It was like firing at the ground, which I know is their thing, but still. Also, Goblin is surpassed 100 million damage. What? And Volti's on his way. Incredible. Oh, we're down the second health bar. I don't know what the void thing does. I'm not sure you have to blow it up or something. Yeah, the sure also consider the characters I've been waiting for was released today. I can't wait to get. Oh shit! In what game? Counterside? Golly, is Counterside? Man, you play too many games. You play too many games. I know you played a gacha game, which was like with waifus and whatnot, with military waifus, and now there's maybe it is Counterside. That sounds like it would be the same thing, but I don't know. I feel like it could be off. I gotta break that mirror. And you don't get CC'd. I'm not sure if it's that bad getting CC'd, honestly. Oh, that might be bad. Surprisingly, we're not dead. Come on, break. Break, you son of a bitch. At least let me get one. Come on, one. Oh, no. I'm getting touched again by a void hand. Do not consent. Go, go, go. And some of this. Probably should save that. Yeah, the whole Saki Fuwa comp seems super sturdy. Like, I think regardless of what the meta becomes, that's just endlessly useful, because you're not even just tanky. You're also doing good damage. Like, yeah, it just seems like... Also, it's that kind of satisfying synergy of not only you're decreasing cool cost, but you're also able to heal. And yeah, it just seems like it's very sequencing. Like, it works... It's satisfying in that way. You have Coco and you have Frigg, you have Saki, and I think you're well set. Oh shit, we're almost there. Jinx it, but yes. Ooh, I'm stuck, I guess. Please don't move. Oh, good. Wrong, I don't play enough games. It's not true. It's absolutely not true. If you played more games, I'd be like, whoa. You have a problem. But yes, I was released today. Her name is Horizon, and she's a defender, a tank, who does more damage, provided support to the team, and lowers her health, lower health kits. Oh, okay. Huh. Also, my god. Can Bolty surpass 1 million? Can I surpass 45? Can Max go to 150? Different levels to people, I mean, in their circumstance. But yes. Come on, die, you son of a bitch. Oof. Which one is the real one? Getting stuck. And it's done! Totally not carried. Goblin doing an exuberant amount of healing damage. That's what you know when you have just a beautiful team. Also, Bolty coming in huge, by the way. 31% of the damage done. I had a 14. That's more than I thought it would. But you have like good CC or good damage, good mitigation, good healing. And you're just like all uniform. Nuts. But yeah, that was... I didn't grab the chest. I was on reflex mode. Oh, no. Well, that's unfortunate. I didn't grab the chest. That sucks. Don't talk. Just stop. Don't talk me. After all that, too. Oh, the one that could have used the... was that a fire one? There is no scaling. We just stack damage. But oh, is that what it is? Oh, I know. Okay, so Coco is like scaling buff can stack. Okay, that makes sense. That makes more sense then. But Red says, by the way, Grin, you are doing more damage than normal because the stage has 120 buffs to oh, I see. That also. I thought it was buffed to enemies damage. Well, ladies and gentlemen, that is as pain. We could have used a lot of the good gear, but just you know, when you're talking on your ass, you're just like, hey, oh, golly. Well, we got some gauntlets, which flame, but no crit. So I don't think we can. We'll lock it. I don't know. Probably not. Probably won't level it up. This, no. This physical and this it's okay, maybe one day. Oh well okay. That one has crit, physical, boots, flame, pants. One had decent flame attack, 69. This one was decent. Let's level up this one, I guess. Enhance. Bully says F, yeah. That was, yeah. Twas mistake. What is this? Oh, I think it's just saying that, like, it's fine. I just need to get rid of my stuff. Make space for other loot. What do we get? We got physical attack. And a lot of flame attack. Well, okay, flame attack. Alright, now I can grab my loot. Can't believe I grabbed all of it but the one that I needed. What a shitty, shitty bastard outcome. It's good to know that, like, if all of us go and like, stack Cocoa buff, you can actually do substantially more than what you think. So, it makes Saki Fu's team even more nuts. But yes, what is this? Mia voice. Quick chat voice pack can be used in chat squad chat. Okay. Weird. All right. Did we make any ground in the event? Probably not. I'm still hurting from the fact that I didn't get a, yeah. Well, we always got other times, but it's probably not because we have to. I gotta do my dailies, boys, and then we'll wind down. What am I doing? I want to check if we did enough on the event to buy anything from the event. Store. We got a solid 260. We can buy 1 wish out of 3. Oh, okay. Feels quite bad. Anyways, love you both. Hope I can play again with you both, Max and Bolty. But I have to go try to film this damn video. That's why I cannot stay on for more. Also, I just kind of want to get off the game because I've experienced such pain in my blunder. So, you know how it'd be. Don't look at my chest. Also, why doesn't it tell me where it is on the map? My bounties. She is also mecha character. Oh, like an android or like where it has a mech suit type thing. Right, it says, by the way, Grin, you're doing more down, or there's a stage. Lone says, but the thing is, she's more of a damage dealer than a tank. Like when her HP falls below 50%, she gets immunity and all debuffs and stun while gaining buffs of all attack. Okay, so she's kind of like a failsafe character. Gosh, makes sense, tank. Lone says, and her attack becomes so amped up to where every time she hits an enemy, they go flying back. Oof. Okay. Oh, yeah. Lone says, and her attack, amps up. Red says, is counterside a gotcha? Yes. I think. I believe so. Shouldn't have been so certain of that. I thought that was right. Bodhi says, I don't know if Coco stacks, but I had her simulacrum buff active too, I see. I'm going to explain it. And the random had Shiro and Claudia also make the enemy take more damage. Yeah, that felt pretty not... Well, the thing, though, that wasn't necessarily a bolty. It wasn't the damage that we were doing so much as, like, I got hit multiple times and I didn't get one banged, which I thought I would have, you know? I think there's been times where I've definitely got hit. So I don't know if, like... I think that makes kind of some sense where, like, your level of resilience is based on level and your level of damage is probably based on CS. I feel like that makes more sense. Max, it was fun. Always, Max, always. Lone says, and her design is so awesome. Like, she's like this loan shark AI that collects from debtors using kinetic persuasion. As she puts it, like, one of the stories is that one of the debtors didn't answer the door, so she rammed a car through the front door. Golly, so you're like you're playing a bad guy. You're playing a bad guy. Or do they make the people who, like, took a loan like the most scummy bastards ever? Or they're like, no, she's kind of a bad person. Max says, reminds me, I might try to get Tasabasa the Simulacrum tray. Ooh, yeah, man, there's so many. I feel like, yeah, I'm not sure if I love the fact that with Vera came a bunch of new gifts. Kind of a pain in the ass. Also, they're kind of annoying to get. Like the other, I don't know. This is how I kind of feel about Dark Tide. Where, like, I feel like there's a right frequency of resistance. Oh, I went to the wrong one. there's a right frequency of resistance when it comes to like getting items and like working for gear and etc. And if people don't have that sequence perfect, then it can get weird. You know, like in Wonderlands, legendaries dropped constantly, and that made them feel pretty meaningless, especially when they were determined baseline more or less on not on their sum of their parts, but on the enchantment or what you could eventually get with it when it comes to the enchantment. So that didn't really work. With Vermintide, I always felt like it wasn't enough legendaries. So yeah, I feel like there needs to be this happy medium that a lot of games don't strive to actually attain. So yeah. Go over here, go. Ooh, go. Ooh. Mia's like, how the fuck do I get over this ledge? If you're using Frigg, hers might be better. Because the Samir one is good, but I find myself taking damage. Yeah, the Samir one feels like not as good. Even like the worth of you not taking damage for a long time, like, yeah, unless you're playing Ruby, who literally just can stay like 5 feet in the air and most enemies don't have that much AoE, then that's pretty hard to maintain, you know? Especially if you're playing like Frigg, who has like, is like a ranged. Well, Frigg's maybe a bad example because she can teleport constantly, but yeah. Since the buff frost damage instead of her ultimate scales off of that. So, okay. Counter side is a combat, is auto, never mind. Yeah, they're kind of like auto thing. I mean, it's good for, again, with Lone, who like grinds out. Honestly, that might even be good for you who does coding. It'd be good to have something on the background. That's why I like Tower Fantasy so much, that it has that option in there. Not that it's better, but that it's sometimes nice to just be like, I don't need to fully be present here to still make good ground. Because sometimes you're like, I'm tired, or I want to watch this show, or I don't want to log in and like load up. It's just you log in, you spam beacons, and you leave. And if you want, you can hit a button to actually fight if you want. It's nice. So actually, I vibe when games where it's like you log in every day, do your dailies. It's nice when you don't have to log in every day and actually do your dailies. You just gotta log in. Sounds like it's not worth it. It sounds like it's like, hey, stop playing this game. but when you get that, when you get those characters and your build starts working, that means your playtime gets better, I guess. Also, ow. Everyone armoring up, golly. Such a good sound right now. Music to my ears. Mostly it says it's both ends. In some cases, a debtor scammer people. Other hand, she was in the wrong, but tell people more about her Saturday. Gotcha. Good idea. Yeah. I would love to hear about it. Characters, man, is always, again, like, that's why I'm hoping to actually, I really do want to beat God of War, because I want to talk to you guys about it. It'd be cool to kind of have like a place where we're like, okay, we're all on the same page, hopefully. Now let's talk about this, because holy shit. Also, I don't know how I feel about uploading streams anymore. I'm kind of so behind that it's a little tough. I mean, it's only usually, I don't know, I do want to upload. It's just a pain in the ass to upload them to fucking YouTube. Anyways, let me go to map. We have one more to do. Oh, we got so much to talk about on Saturday stream. We got God of War. There's so many weird Korean games that came out that probably will never come out. Not Korean necessarily, but Chinese game. I don't know what they are, but they just look like they're not Western games. But they look cool. But yeah, people are like, are they gonna come out? Cause yeah. Ugh. Although, do you guys feel that way, by the way, Lone? When you play a game and the character's a little bit of a scumbag piece of shit, do you care? I think it depends. Depends on what kind of scumbag. Are they like a freaky murderer who like tortures people slowly and shit? No. Are they like child who's like, listen, man, I'm just trying to take care of my family, and if that means people gotta die, is what it is. And I'm like, okay, I kind of respect some of it and hate most of it. But yeah, you know. Red says, I very much appreciate you uploading VODs. Grin. Also, I hate to. Okay, so that's a good. I might do. I'll do it then. I'll do it. That's fair. In fact, if it was possible to say, hey, Twitch, nah. It's, yeah, there's a lot of things with that make it hard. Like, one of the things is, like, I really don't want Carthage to lose his, like, stupid long streak on there. Also, again, I've said it before, but, like, people on YouTube or people on Twitch, sorry, are exceedingly, yeah, like, I think the culture of Twitch is just way more of a people who kind of want to, or just, like, subscribe to a channel, and they're like, yep, good, you know? Like, we stream once, or twice, sorry, on Twitch, and I still have 6 people. Or like, no, more than that, I think 12 people maybe, who are far too sweet, who continue to support me there, and I just feel bad. But yeah, I also wish I offered more here on YouTube for people who give me that kind of time of day. But anyways, enough doom and gloom. But yeah, man, to me, Twitch is just, when I try to think about like what Twitch has added in the last couple bit that has been a good add to the platform, I can't think of many. There were a lot of good things in the beginning, like raids and like channel points and stuff like that. But recently, I haven't seen much of like, yeah. And it's funny because like Twitch will showcase these extremely expensive, like they'll hire like these musicians to like go to TwitchCon and perform for probably like hundreds of thousands of dollars, and people are like, this is what you're spending your capital on, especially when they just cut the conversion rate for you know, people essentially. Just didn't make sense. It's like bad optics, you know. But I think we finished our dailies. Ladies and gentlemen, tomorrow will be hopefully a giga-long stream. Maybe I will try to take an energy drink and just juice myself up to the absolute max point. I will warn you, big warning, there is a rampant sickness in my household which has been bodying people. Like super big fevers, entirely wrecked, out of commission. I still think I'll stream even if I'm sick, just because I need it at this point for me. But yes, I thought I'd let you know in case you see me like fall apart. I think I'm okay. I think the sickness I may have given to everybody, which is kind of fucky for me. Didn't mean to do that, but yes, I had like a slight sickness, and then everyone's getting lit up by it. Hopefully I can avoid it at least until we can finish God of War, and I can do a little bit of Live, Die, Repeat, so I can have a video to edit, so that I have my 3 to upload to the channel, to the mysterious channel that should not be named. Should not be named. Oh wait, before we end, I wanted to show Loan something. Doop-a-da-boo. I completely butchered the name. That's right. It is right. Okay, F11. There we go. Okay, this is just something I wanted to show. I went down the rabbit hole, found the cool swords and whatnot. How do I go to actual blades? We'll go with blades. Let's go shop, actually. Blade there. Look at these things. First of all, the one, if your boy ever made it. All right, let's go to the bottom left. Boy ever made it. The spit to me is, which is basically, it's called the Viper, some sort of weird spear sword. I get that one. It looks great. This one looks good. This one also looks fantastic. The Reaper, love it. I love anything with a giant handle that's similar to a horse cutter sword. Anyways, but the one that I thought Lone Cynic would like was, I think is it that one? It's these two. It's this one right here, which is the Epicote Katana. This one right here. Look how, you guys can't really see it. It doesn't look, you can't really, it looks so good. It looks so clean, that one. Anyways, but the other one looks rad, that I thought Lone Cynic would like is this one. Because I think it's literally like a claymore katana sword. Nuts. This one right here. Oh, that's by Google. This. Oh, what a beauty. I know, man. Also, I'm partial to just absurd insanity. Something like it's more akin to an axe sword than or machete sword. But a lot of them look pretty cool. But they're expensive. But also, apparently this is like, yeah. Also, this one looks kind of dope too. But now the ones I like the most are the Spit, the Reaper, and lastly, this one was cool, but I like the other one that's longer than. Is this one? I think it's this one. Yeah, that one just looks like it has a thick tang and shit. That'll be the whole like thing with this is zombie tools. It's just Yeah, it basically just means like it's super resilient steel. It's all steel. It's like unbreakable essentially. They're heavy as fuck. They're not like actual dueling, whatever, you know. But yeah, thought it was cool. Went down the rabbit hole. When I seen it, I thought Love Lone Syndicate. I was like, this might be up his alley. You know what I mean? F11. How do I get the fuck out of? No, the wrong one. Ah, there we go.
Rest a little bit.
Ladies and gentlemen, tomorrow will be a big stream, so hopefully I can see you there. Red says, oof, sorry, Grin. Hope you all feel bad. I hope so too, man. I've avoided it up until this point. Although whenever I work out, I feel like I'm having a heart attack, and I feel like I have liquid in my lungs. But, you know, hopefully it gets better. Baby Shark. What? Lauren says, what a beauty. I like the one next to it. Looks like a marvelous and her domestics. Okay. Oh, yeah. Well, that's the thing. Like, it has some sort of weird, like, oil stained paint or whatever on it. So, which is kind of neat. But anyways. Ladies and gentlemen, hopefully you enjoy the rest of your night. Hopefully I can see you tomorrow. We will be streaming at 1 p.m. And going for a long time, hopefully. I don't know. Again, yeah, hopefully we'll see what happens. There was a knife called Baby Show. I didn't see it. Okay. Elizabeth, stay healthy. Thank you so much. Good night, everyone. Good night. I hope you guys have enjoyed the rest of your night. I'm off to go try to do some Live, Die, Repeat. And wish me luck. It's tough. Anyways, bye.